Hello Club. We got the Fall Sting Open today. Hardaway Point, Baden, North Carolina. I got out here yesterday for a practice round. First time ever seeing the property. Old golf course, but it's about half wooded, half golf course. Shorter golf course style, I would say overall. But I really like the course. I feel like it sets up well for my shots. Beautiful day. It's like 70, slight breeze, keep things honest. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna take you through the full round again today. 2-day B tier. Hopefully we can continue the solid play. Hopefully we continue the solid putting. Put the putter in the basket, usually you do pretty well. Got about an hour till I tee off. Gonna kind of wander around, throw some more putts, maybe toss a couple more shots, and we will see you in the booth.
All right, welcome back. Round one, hole one. 396 feet, dead straight. 2 bunkers short. I go Procyon here. As I was lining up my shot, there was no wind. Halfway through my run-up, headwind flips it. I had parked that one in practice yesterday, but no real harm done. This is a tough one to get today. So we pitch up the PA3. Start with a par. And we're off. Now hole number 2, tailwind. I got Firebird SS in hand. This is a 327 footer. This is kind of one of those throw anything you want holes.
Nice shot.
You could argue I sawed it a touch, but the tailwind I feel like kind of pushed it down, and we are sitting just fine. Just like that, we are on the board. We'll tap in putt to start. Hole number 3 is a par 4. It's only 500 feet, but you kind of got to lay something out of this gap. I was between Verdict and PD, but I said just throw it low, get it through the gap, and use some speed rather than going with a slower mid, and we're sitting pretty. This is a hole that somebody could probably eagle it, but I'm actually looking for a little bit of distance on the upshot because I'm more comfortable throwing my PA3 about this distance rather than if I was 70 feet closer. It's a little bit more of an in-between shot for me. And we're sitting good. 20-footer on hole 3. As much as you want to, park your shots, I really like having the opportunity when I do hit them to hit some putts early on. 2 under par. Move into hole number 4. It's a 413-foot hole, but it's super downhill. I take my PFN Star Firebird, a little bit more stable one than the yellow. The heady I thought would do something. It never really did. But we're sitting, we'll call this a 27-footer. And that was the best feeling putt of my life in a tournament. The spin, the pace, everything. And we're off to a fantastic start. Super short, 395-foot par 4 through the woods here. I take my Prodigy A4. Absolute butter. Perfect shot, really. You kind of just got to take what you get on the landing on this hole. And I have a little hyzer chip forehand. I take the A4 again. Want a little bit of glide. Hit my line. We'll call that a little bit of luck, but I did do my job, and we're sitting, parked under the basket. 4 down through 5. Off to a heater start. Walk up to hole number 6. This hole is only 294, but I threw multiple practice shots and didn't get a single one there, and I think it plays a little longer. So I'm going Verdict here. Really going to try and smack it on a flex line. There's a dead straight line, or there's this flex where you kind of just drag it to the right and let the disc fall back down the hillside. And yeah, I needed to be 15 feet more to the right. We kicked down there. Honestly, in a horrible position, but we had this one window up in the woods where I knew if I could throw my overstable forehand here, we're going Quake, kind of get it vertical and let it crash through the trees. You're not going to see it finish here, but it was almost parked, hits one last branch, kind of knocks me down. But honestly, the way I've been putting so far today, I was not worried about it. Pop the putt, and you can tell a little more wobble on that one than the previous putts. Not quite enough on it. So a bogey takes us into normal hole 18, but they flip-flopped it to pretty much make a better finishing hole. It's dead straight. It's like 280 feet maybe. I go PA3, and I love it out of the hand. but it gets a little wind under it, I think. It was gusty out there today, and you could see it. It puts me, you really want to slide up to this one, 10 feet short. Puts me up there. Loved the line. At this point, the only thing going through my head is get that bogey stroke back. Get a birdie. That's kind of the only thought that goes through my head in every tournament hole, is just get a birdie. Because this game really only matters if you get birdies. Move on to hole number 8. It's a 392-footer. We have a headwind coming through, so I kind of put this one a little less wide than I normally would to make sure it gets back. And you can see the headwind does absolutely nothing. I throw my pulse there, which is a pretty overstable disc. It's kind of like a slightly faster PFN Star Firebird. And it leaves us with a decent result based on how much I missed that throw. And just a lack of commitment on that putt. You can see here, I go through the same routine, whether it's a 5-footer or a 40-footer. And that's something I'm super happy that I stuck with the entire day. Move on to hole number 9. Is 381 feet. I had just seen my card mate throw a really nice shot, and I honestly just tried to match the line, throwing my pulse here, and I just did not get it flat enough. So you can't see it, but there's a bunker deep right of the basket. So with my putt, it's a thought, but I do have room. If it's a good putt, it's really no worry. And yeah, we're still in that get a birdie mode. We got to get this stroke back.
If you saw me wearing the Prodigy shirt today out on the course, you're probably like, man, is Broad sponsored by Prodigy? Well, not really, but they are super cool over there, and we are actually restocking the 400G Glow A4s, available Black Friday, but they're also gonna be available early access on the app on the 19th. So if you want to get access to those before they potentially, probably, hopefully sell out, go download the Prodigy app. You'll get on there a day early. Also, December 13th, I will be in Dalton, Georgia at the Prodigy Warehouse for their Shop the Warehouse sale. We're also going to be having a special release for that as well. I don't even know what it is yet, so we're going to hopefully whip something up special. Come out for that. If you're in Georgia, come feel the new Prodigy plastic. I've been absolutely loving it, and yeah, do that.
So hole number 10, I would consider to be the easiest hole in the course. It is a 534 foot, so reachable for some players, par 4. There's no danger. You just launch a distance driver. I love it out of my hand, and it gets a little drift. I'm throwing my go-to Scorpius here, and she's honestly maybe getting a little straight on me, but you can see I almost found the OB line, which would be a miserable miss. Oh, shit. And the upshot was weird. I had just spent like probably 20 seconds clearing the pine needles to get good footing, and then I felt like because of that I rushed the shot a little bit. And normally what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to slide my PA3 up short of the pin, and I just launched it. I was probably 60 feet deep. So we missed what I consider to be the easiest hole in the course. We take a par, move on to hole number 11, 269 feet, but pretty uphill. I got Firebird SS in hand, and I know I need this one. Throw a good line. We got a right to left coming through, so it's going to kind of stall that flight plate down, whereas without wind I probably would have been a little bit more off to the right. And this is a must make. Yeah, we needed that though. Gets us back to 4 under par, and at this point we're still feeling good. We're feeling confident. The putts have been feeling good. I just got to get back. I really got to get some momentum. Hole number 12 is 501 foot par 3, very downhill. Normally it's a forehand for me, but because of the wind direction, I try and go Scorpius straight at it, thinking the wind will hold it straight. I love it for the first 1/4 of the flight. Starts turning and never stops. There's an OB line over there. I go OB. I take my canyon. There's a left to right. I think hang it out left. It'll push it back, and it does no such thing. I've talked about this a little bit before, where when I actually play the wind, it's almost like maybe the wind isn't as much of a factor as I think it's going to be. And we leave ourselves really a gut check, 25 footer here. to save our bogey. Things could have got bad fast, but we knocked that one in. And we move on to hole number 13, 402 feet, wide open. I go Scorpius. This is a hole where you could go like control driver. But in practice, I threw just this really smooth, almost like no effort Scorpius shot, and it did exactly what you just saw there. And we're gonna get our stroke back right away. Get us back to 4 under par. It's kind of a battle of just this 4 or 5 under par today. And then hole 14 here, 358. I think it plays a little bit further though, and the reason I'm going forehand here instead of backhand is that we have a right to left wind, so I like kind of fighting the right to left to let the flight plate get pushed down, but I never quite popped this one. You can tell, if you know my game, that's a lot higher of a forehand than I would normally be releasing, so we leave it a touch short. Stepper is feeling good. I worked on it all morning too. Well, too much wobble, not enough commitment to just spinning the disc. Eagle, very stock hyzer shot for me. 317, slightly uphill. Beautiful. This is kind of the point in the round where I know we're running out of holes. I gotta get some more birdies. You see me go through my routine there, tap that one in. Feeling really, really comfortable on the putting green today. This is one of the first days in a tournament where I've ever felt like if I give myself the look, I actually, in my mind at least, think they're all going in. Really hard hole. I go Procyon, 280 feet, super uphill, and once you get through the single gap in the woods, you really got to move back left. I have a look from Circle's Edge here. You can see I'm on the knee, super casual Paul McBeth style putt here. We let her go. Decent effort. I can't be mad. Brings us to hole 17, 457 foot, downhill, par 3. The wind was really just a factor on this. I didn't like my play. I just went Firebird. I meant to kind of flex it a little bit more. And this is maybe the one tee shot of the day where I didn't feel confident in my shot selection. We got a C2 putt here. And I absolutely loved it. We had a left to right wind coming through, and I really did a good job at keeping it flat, but I thought it would lift, get in there. Brings us to hole 18. Big ol' smash. This is another reachable, in quotes, for like people who absolutely smash par 4. I do exactly what I wanted. Take my PA3. And you can see kind of halfway through that flight, the wind just absolutely tosses it. I go deep bunker. It's going to leave me with a putt from the bunker with a bunker directly behind. And this is kind of in my head right now. I'm thinking, do I lay this up? What do I do? And I thought, the putt's feeling good, Brod. Give it a go. And we can't be mad at that. I think laying that up would have just felt like a little bit of defeat, even though, you know, you bogey finish. I felt good about that effort there. Dropped to 4 under par. Finish out the day. Sitting tied for 12th out of 28 competitors, I think, today. So we're still in it.
All right. Post round. I actually just clipped up the round as well, so I've kind of seen it. About to do the commentary, but 4 or 5 down kind of the whole day. I was 4 under par through, I think, 5 holes. 5 or 6 holes. Took the bogey. Kind of took the wind out of my sails in a way. Mentally, it actually didn't. Even Paul, like, I came up to every hole and I was just like, I just literally got a birdie, get that stroke back. Took me a while, got it back, gave it back away, got it back. Ending on 18 with that, I actually didn't mind the upshot. The wind kind of just launched it. And then you had to have some integrity there on that putt and run it. But bogey finish, not how you want to do it. I think we're sitting like middle of the pack. Last time I looked, tied 11th. There's like a 28 player field, so top half, you know. I like this course though. I feel like it plays to my strengths. We did end up having a little more wind than I was expecting. I didn't think it'd be a factor at all. And then the wind direction on a good amount of holes was definitely made me have to switch my shots to something that I wasn't as comfortable. A few few backhand holes I threw forehand on because of the wind direction. Yeah, but overall, maybe the most in control of my putter that I've ever felt in a tournament. Even in the nervy situations, I feel like I had really clean releases. If I think back, I feel like I didn't miss many like must makes. Weird. But yeah, I don't know, overall it was weird. I'm feeling really comfortable in the tournament play right now, so that was nice. The putt felt super good. I kept the same routine no matter the distance. One pump, breathe in, breathe out, and then reset, breathe in, breathe out, and just putt it. I felt like maybe 2 putts on the day. That routine made me rush them because I kind of rushed the routine, I guess. But overall, I think it made tapping in the 15 to 20 footers super simple. And yeah, I think 8, 9, 10 down. I don't want to put like expectations on tomorrow, but that's where I'm looking to be. Get half of them at least. This course I think plays my game pretty well. If we have similar wind to tomorrow, I think I'll be a little bit better prepared. Continue pretty good putting. For me, really good putting, to be honest. And I think what I'm realizing maybe is that in the past in tournaments, I come out there and I think I have like something to prove in terms of like winning. And in reality, I just have to prove to myself kind of internally and mentally that I can play at a pretty good level. Unless the ratings change. I think I shot like 970 today, which is above my rating, can't complain. Just gonna improve tomorrow and have a good tournament average. But yeah, I feel like I'm coming into my game in terms of tournaments. I feel like I'm in a place right now where I'm almost playing better golf in tournaments under pressure than a lot of my casual rounds lately, other than maybe a couple mistakes that'll dwindle the score down. But I don't know, overall it's feeling really good. It's like the tournaments, they still stress me out a little bit, but it's less of that like constant anxiety and more of that just like knowing I can do it and knowing that the putt is actually consistent. May not be perfect, but it's working. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. We will see you for round 2.